Hi, and welcome back to the Thrive 45 Method podcast with me, your host, nutritionist Stacey Nicole Smith, and founder of the Thrive 45 Method. This is a space where we help women in perimenopause and menopause reset their bodies, lose weight without extremes, and finally start feeling like themselves again. Now, today's episode is a big one. If you have been secretly wondering, why do I feel like I have no control around food anymore? Then this episode is for you. So we're going to talk about why your cravings feel out of control and how to take your power back. The thing is, cravings in perimenopause aren't just stronger. They are louder, they are more emotional, and they are much harder to ignore. So first I want to start by saying, this is not your fault. You're not lazy. You're definitely not broken, and your body isn't betraying you. It is simply asking for support. So today I'm going to show you why those cravings feel out of control and how to start taking your power back without restriction and without another willpower-driven food plan. And we're going to end today's episode with 5 simple steps you can start taking today to end your cravings so your body can start to release that excess weight. So let's get into it. Now, first, let's do a simple explanation of why do cravings intensify in perimenopause and menopause. So why are sugar and carb cravings so much worse starting in perimenopause? Now, here's what most women don't know. Our hunger, our mood, and our cravings are not just willpower issues. They are hormonally driven. So when I talk to women and struggling, believe it or not, they're actually often not eating enough. And this can make cravings worse. So they feel, of course, like they're fighting an uphill battle. It doesn't have to be that way at all. And we're going to get into that here today. So in perimenopause, our estrogen and progesterone start to decline. These two hormones are not just about reproduction. They play a big role in how our brain regulates serotonin and dopamine. And these are our feel-good hunger balancing hormones. So in short, serotonin helps you feel full, calm, and satisfied. Dopamine makes you seek food for pleasure, especially when it's depleted. Now, when our hormones shift, especially that estrogen and progesterone, both serotonin and dopamine can also drop, which is why cravings, hunger, and emotional eating often feel completely out of control in peri and menopause. So when both estrogen and progesterone are declining, our brain gets less support, and it gets less support in making and using serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. This creates a perfect storm for, sound familiar, cravings, mood crashes, low motivation, comfort eating, and difficulty feeling satisfied. Now, the bottom line here is that hormonal shifts in perimenopause don't just impact our cycle, they impact our brain chemistry. So if you feel like your cravings, your emotions, or your hunger cues are kind of out of whack, it's not in your head. It is in your hormones. So what happens when these levels drop? Our brain literally goes looking for a quick fix. And guess what delivers the fastest hit of dopamine? Sugar. So add in cortisol, which is our stress hormone, and this becomes more sensitive during this phase. Now we've got the perfect storm. We have low feel-good hormones, high stress, poor sleep, blood sugar crashes, and the result of this is that we are wired to crave sugar, salt, and carbs. So anything that's going to give us that quick energy or emotional relief. But it's important to understand your body isn't betraying you. It is actually protecting you, believe it or not. And this is the part that no one talks about. So I know that most women can often feel ashamed of their cravings and just kind of think, well, it's my fault. I just need to try harder. I'm not trying hard enough. I just need to cut this out or be better. But when we understand it a different way, you can see that the thing is our cravings are actually communication. They are our body's way of saying, I need balance, I'm overwhelmed, I'm depleted. And so what we really need isn't more control or deprivation that can actually backfire. What we really need is more support. So a reframe. Instead of thinking, how do I stop these cravings? Start asking, what is my body really asking for right now? Here is the game changer. When you support your body's needs, the cravings calm down naturally. So we're going to talk strategy. Here is what to do when cravings hit hard. And we're going to do this without restriction, which you may find hard to believe, but we're going to go through them here today. I know that you are probably thinking, that sounds nice, but I have crazy cravings at 3 p.m. So what am I going to do when I have those cravings and I just feel like I need to eat everything? Here is what I want you to try instead of punishing yourself or restricting. Number one, we want to front load our day with protein and fiber. So you want to start your day with at least 30 grams of protein and around 8 to 10 grams of fiber. So this combination is going to stabilize your blood sugar, it's going to calm hunger hormones, and it's going to keep your brain kind of out of panic mode, if you will. So you want to skip the toast and coffee and instead think of things like chia pudding with plant protein, or maybe have some eggs with some greens and avocado for the healthy fats. Number two, you want to balance your meals with PFF, protein, fat, fiber. And every time you eat, try to include all three. And the reason is, this is going to slow digestion, it's going to steady your energy, and it's going to prevent that blood sugar spike and crash. It's that cycle that drives cravings. So we want to squash that. So PFF, protein, fat, fiber. Third thing, you want to make sure you are hydrating properly. And this is really often overlooked. And I think people think because it's so simple, it can't possibly work, but it does. And this is a biggie. So you want to hydrate properly. We tend to have a lot of cravings for food when really we're just dehydrated or low on minerals. So you want to start your day with a big glass of room temperature or slightly warm water with a pinch of sea salt or an electrolyte packet, one that's sugar-free, especially if you're feeling kind of flat or snacky. Number four, you want to feed your gut, not your cravings. So cravings are often coming from the wrong bacteria in our gut that are kind of running the show and they shouldn't be. So we want to start adding in fermented foods, prebiotic veggies, and the fiber again to crowd out the bacteria that's demanding the sugar. Now, number five, we want to give our brain what it really wants. If you are craving chocolate, carbs, or wine, take a minute and check in with yourself and just ask, what am I craving? Am I craving comfort? Am I craving calm, energy, connection? Like, what am I actually craving? And when you give yourself that moment, it allows you to kind of step back and change your state a little bit. So give yourself what you need, but in a way that actually supports your body. For example, you can take a walk, step outside, turn on music, text a friend, or just breathe. Again, just change that emotional state and let food stop being the only way that you regulate your emotions. Now, I hope that helps you. I know it can be confusing and frustrating when it feels like nothing's working, and that's simply not the case. It's just that a different, more supportive strategy is required. For more ways that I can support you, I invite you to visit the show notes or my bio. I help women shed that stubborn weight in peri and menopause without cutting carbs, counting calories, or intermittent fasting. And again, if you like the show, please share it, like it, and follow the show to be notified when new episodes like this are released. I do episodes just like this one every week. Bye.